Hi, let's take a quick look on how you would address one of the standards. So here I'm going to go to my final portfolio of standards, and here I have a description. I have a video that gives me an overview. Then I have creating my portfolio, and this tells me what I need to do. There are 3 steps, and only 3 steps. So let's go take a look. This is Standard 8 is the first one. So let's look at Standard 8. So here is a little video. What do I do for each standard? So for Standard 8 curriculum, these questions are just to help me. Okay, so don't look at them yet. Here's what I want to do for each standard, and I'm going to put it in a Word document just to be helpful. Okay, so what I did, let me move my pages here, is I took this chart and I've copied and pasted it into Word. It does some strange things with formatting in Word, so you have to fool around with it a little bit. They don't speak to each other perfectly. This is my checklist. And what I'm saying is that within my practice, I practice standard 8.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm saying, yes, I do that in my practice. That's going to go into my assignment. What's next? Well, let me take a look. Looking back. Suppose for the first time I'm doing this, I say, I don't remember what's in looking back. I go to my portfolio of standards and I scroll down and I go, okay, what do I have to do for looking back? Let's take a look. So here it is. I select one substandard. We'll take a look at what that is. In less than 3 sentences, I'm going to explain my evidence. Then I'm going to say how the evidence connects to the substandard, and then I'm going to attach my evidence. Okay, so let's go do that. So now I've clicked back on my Standard 8 page. I know what I need to do, so let me take a look at the standard. Here's my explanations again. Here's my checklist, and I go, okay, you know what? I'm going to pick this one, 8.6. I only pick one. Promote work habits, interpersonal skills, communication skills. Okay, I think I know what that means, but here's some help for me. I have written some questions to help because some of these substandards are more challenging to understand. So, okay, so what are they trying to ask me? How do I, within my lessons, projects, or student experiences, promote the skills that students will need to be successful in the workplace? Like time management, working with others. How do I include that in my lessons and then add evidence? Okay, that sounds good. I can do that. So here I am. I'm a teacher of a criminal law class, let's say, and I had picked 8.6, if you recall. And here's my looking back. So I wrote the substandard here that I chose, 8.6. My evidence, okay, so I'm explaining. I've attached the instructions for a project that I assign in the fall. This is one where the students must find a professional within a career, etc., etc. So I'm telling you what the evidence is. And now I'm saying, how does this evidence explain what I do for this substandard? How does this connect with this? So here we go, 3 bullets. Students develop skills through the process of interviewing, etc. I won't read them all to you. Students learn attitudes necessary for the workplace when they do certain things, and students develop work habits. So I'm explaining. Here's the substandard, here's my evidence, and here's how they connect together. Then I attach my evidence. So I talk about it up here, and then I go, okay, here it is, looking back, evidence from criminal law class. You do not have to have these headings. You can upload however you want. So here's my looking back. Here's my evidence. I'm done with looking back. I do not do 10 of these. I do 1 of them. So now it's like, okay, I've done a checklist. I've done looking back. What do I do next? Okay, I don't remember. I'm going to go back to my final portfolio of standards. And I go, well, what do I have to do? Okay, I did the standard checklist. I did the looking back. Now what do I do? Okay, I do something called looking forward. What is something I want to embed in my teaching practice? So looking back is what am I doing in my teaching practice? And looking forward is there's always something we want to add. So let's talk about that. I'm going to select another substandard, just one, but a different one. And I'm going to talk about where I got this idea. I'm going to talk about what the idea is, because the person reading it has no idea until I tell them. And then I'm going to tell them how that idea is going to be great for my students. Okay, let's go back to Standard 8. We're ready to go. So let's take a look. Standard 8. Which one am I going to pick? Well, here's my checklist. Let's say that I decide to pick, integrate critical thinking skills and problem solving skills into the curriculum. I have this idea for something I want to do that has to do with this. Well, let me look at my questions to help me out. Am I understanding the substandard right? So notice, looking forward, here's questions for each one, and I said that I have something I want to do that connects to 8.8. How would I like to add critical thinking or problem solving skills into my curriculum? Is there a project or some lessons that I want to do that I think will really help students with that? And then how will it help the students? Oh, okay, great. So here I go. Looking forward, again, you probably won't have these titles. There's two examples here, so let's just look at this one. Here I write, well, which one is it I'm talking about? I'm talking about 8.8. This person put inspiration, but it's where did this idea come from? Reading through some of the project ideas from others in this course. Great. So what is the idea? What is the thing I want to do? I want to create an assignment where the students have an opportunity to work with another adult on campus. That's a great one. The students will interview them and determine some sort of office tool that could make their life easier. I won't read the whole thing. So here's the substandard. Here's where it came from. Here's what the idea is. But wait a minute, is this just something I want to do, or is it really going to help my students? Here's what the teacher says. I feel as if this could be a semester project. The problem would be authentic. This would give them a real world look into solving problems for others. And it mimics a lot from what this teacher has learned about PBL. This is really going to help their students. I would have added probably really improve critical thinking skills and problem solving in a certain way. That's it. Standard 8 is done. I have the checklist. I have one looking back based on one substandard and one looking forward based on one substandard. Each standard will go the same way. So let's say that I have all my information. Maybe I did it in a Word document. That's what I do, so I can have my Word document, but I can look at the examples and things in another screen. Mine probably looks different than yours, I'm afraid to say. I'm going to make it look like a student. Okay, I'm hoping this looks the same for you as it does for me. So if I click on Standard 8 Portfolio, here's what I get. Here's the assignment. Here are the things I need to include, the checklist, the looking forward, wrong order, evidence and looking back. I'm going to go to the Dropbox. Now mine looks different than yours because I'm a teacher. So I'm going to click on a student. Sorry. My apologies. Here's what I think you see. Here's the Dropbox, and here's all the things that one would put into the Dropbox. I'm going to go to page 2 because I don't see Standard 8 here. It's by date. Here's Standard 8. I'm going to click on Hand In, and I can't go any farther, but this is where you're going to hand in that work. The checklist, the looking back, the evidence, and the looking forward. But you don't do this for every single substandard for Standard 8. You do one substandard for looking back and one for looking forward. I hope this helps. Thank you.